Hey everybody, Steve again from Chiefskills, and wanted to tackle this gable end attic wall to project over the lower wall. Kate here posted this on Chief Talk today, and it's gotten a few comments, but I wanted to take a shot at it. I think Tommy's suggestion is the way to go, build a second floor, and a couple other techniques might help, so I'm going to give it a shot, and let's get started. Okay, Kate, your question on Chief Talk today really got me to thinking about this. And I think what Tommy has said is the best solution, and I'll show you why. If you draw a plan like this, and you have this is the ground level, we're up here on level 1, and you go up here and you just have an attic, and you try to draw in the attic, it's not going to work. So you need to build a new floor. And I would just say make a blank new floor, second floor, and just hit OK. I don't know what your settings are. It doesn't really matter. Then go back down here and copy these walls right here. Just go Command C or Control C, whatever you're using, and then Control Alt V for paste and hold position. Then go back to the first floor and build your roof. And in this case, I'm going to use 512. And I am going to make a 24-inch overhang, and then the gable doesn't matter. I'm going to make it 16, and then let's just raise it, I don't know, 10 inches above the whatever. We're going to raise it or lower from ceiling height 10 inches. And then I'm going to ignore the top floor. Click OK. Show roof planes. And then if you get all hips, just do this, and well, you got to convert these walls right here to, on the roof page, full gable wall. I have auto rebuild roofs on right here, and that's why I could just hit the gable tool. So like if you hit here, I don't know if you know this or not, and you do this button right here, it says change to hip, and then if you have auto rebuild roofs, then you get a hip roof. If you hit this again, you get a gable roof. So if we look at it, that's what we got. And then I'm going to do a couple other things here, which I should have done. So let's just open these roofs. And I am going to take the gutters off. And on the structure page here, I'm going to leave the gable fascia 7 1/4, but I'm going to make the eave fascia 12. I'm going to make it 1. I'm going to make this 1. I'm just going to do it to ease. So the eave subfascia, I'm going to make 10 1/2. And the rest of this should be okay. And then on the frieze, I'm going to delete that. I am going to add shadow boards. And -001 is just a basic Chief molding. I know it by heart. That's why I can dial it in. I'm going to make it 1, and I'm going to make it 3 1/2, and we'll put it eave and gable, I guess, for now, and let's just see. Okay, sorry about that. So we have this right here with shadow board and what have you. So we want to get this gable end to be built out. So let's go up to the second floor and then open this wall. And it's a siding 4 wall right here. And we're going to go to the Define tab and copy it. And we will just rename it with a colon here, gable extension. And then we will click right here at first stud and insert above. And then move up. And we will make that 5 1/2. And I'm going to change the color to just something we can maybe see, like this yellow or something. Click OK, click OK. And then if you look out, you have your extension. Let's go to vector view and you can see it a little better. Put on some shadows. And that was pretty easy to get your gable. Now, the soffit here is not in line with this, but that's not a big deal. The one thing I noticed on your picture is that if we do this and then we'll put an, oops, my fault. Put another window equally here. when you look at your picture, this gable end really comes all the way down to almost on top of the windows. So I might just go up here to the roof, use transform, replicate, and move it down, say, 6 inches. All right. And as you look at this, now the soffit is pretty close to the bottom of the windows. So now what? Well, a couple things. Well, the first thing I'm going to do to make this easy is I'm going to make this gable end wall the same gable extension. There we go. And then I'm going to open this room on the second floor. On the general tab, I'm going to make it an attic. Then on the structure tab, I am going to change the floor. I'm going to edit this right here. I'm going to get rid of the OSB. Oops. I don't like that about Chief. I wish they wouldn't do that. Lumber, and then change the thickness here to maybe 7 1/4, like 2x8s. And that's good. Okay. And what did I do there? Oh, I'm going to start over. See here, it says lock floor top. I actually want to lock the floor bottom. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to click here. God, Chief, come on. 5 1/2 here. And make it lumber. Oh, I'm going to make it 7 1/4. Click OK. Now we maintain our ceiling there. Also on this floor, just delete the moldings. And that should do us. Now if you look at a floor overview of this, and of course we don't get a floor overview because it's really just an attic. Oh, I guess I didn't delete the flooring. Open the room here and go to the structure tab and take that off, flat ceiling. And then delete this ceiling, and then delete this, the flooring. I would have thought that would have worked when I made it an attic room, but I don't know. Anyway, so there's your attic room. Oh, one more thing. On these walls, on this wall type. So let's edit this wall type. Let's get rid of this drywall right here, because we don't want drywall on our attic walls. So there you go. So again, we go here, and let's go here, and use surface delete, and we can look inside here. And now we don't have drywall inside there, and you're looking at the ceiling right here. So we can get rid of that. Get rid of this. And we'll go down a floor, and what I'm going to do next is select these two roofs and then come down here and move them up to the second floor. It doesn't change the elevation or anything. If you look, it's still the same. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a back clip cross section right through here. And I am going to highlight right here. And then I'm going to draw a line right to the bottom of this soffit. I'm going to uncheck snap grids too. It's a pain. Then I'm going to snap here and draw this line. And I'm going to get these. First, I'm going to start right here. And when you double click this line, it probably will have that highlighted. Click length and angle, and then that is the elevation of that line. Copy that, Control C. Then go back to your floor plan and draw a molding polyline, which is right here. Just draw it out. It doesn't matter where. Open it. Put it at 0. Click the molding page, add new, -001, which is the basic molding here. Make it 1. Actually, for now, I'm going to make it 2 and 12. And extrude inside polyline is okay. And then we are going to take that and snap it right to the face of this overhang. And let's take a look at our cross section. And I don't see it. Oh, there it is. So it's not in the right place. So let's open it again. Oh, I forgot to do this. There you go. To top. So paste that elevation that we got from the line right there. 108 and 9/16, and then check top. Now when we look at the section, there it is. And as you can see, what it does is it snaps to the shadow board, which we don't want. So that means we need to move it in. I forget what we made those shadow boards. 1 inch. Okay. So what we need to do is move this in 1 inch. And then take a look here. And there you go. So here's our molding. And it's 2 inches thick, so it's thicker than our fascia, but that's okay. And if we look at our view here, you can see here's our molding, here's our shadow board. So then I would take this here and right there. And again, that's the shadow board. So I would move this in -1, and let's just take a look and see if that works. And that works pretty good. Sorry about that. So there's our shadow board, there's our frieze. So everything's looking good, so let's just, but the problem is I don't have the roof where I want it. According to your picture, it was, I'm just going to move this out like 2 inches. So then we're going to move this to here and then move it in 1 inch. And then I am going to move this, click on the roof, and snap it to here. And let's just take a look. So that's what we're getting. And it's starting to look pretty accurate if we look at it standard view. It looks pretty good. Of course, we got this little gap up here. See, and you can see the framing. And then I would, now let's just finish this molding to start with. So I would, to get these roofs in the exact same place, draw a line right here, copy it, Command C, well, Command C, and then copy, and then reflect about the room. There you go. Pull this roof to the same place on this end. And then pull this to the same place and move it in 1 inch. And let's just take a look, make sure we're doing this right. How about vector view? It looks a little better. And so it's coming together. Just that's the one molding line. Pull it in over here. Right there. Now, we drew this line here, which is the soffit. And I'm going to click on lengthen the angle and then the Y position right here, copy that. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to do a section back clip right through here on the gable end and zoom in over here. And here's our frieze. And there's a gap there, which I didn't think about that. I got the, no, after all this, I got the roof a little too low. So I am going to draw a polyline solid. Well, I'm going to draw just a solid right here, move it up a little bit. And so it's just a polyline, and I'm going to hit this button, convert to polyline solid, okay? And I'm going to make it like 300 inches long. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be in the right place anyway. And here it is. And just drag it to there and drag it back over here to right behind here or right there. And then if we look at it, it might be the other end. Yeah. There it is. It's concrete gray, standard view. And I would just take your painter tool here, eyedropper, and then paint it white. And now you got a soffit in there. And if you look real close, we have actually a little gap right here. And we can fix that if we wanted to with the same method. You can just snap right here like that, maybe, and then convert it to a polyline solid. Make it 300 inches long. Go to your plan view. Here it is. And drag it out this way. Drag it in this way. And just drag it to like there. To here. And then in the camera view, you'll see the gray right here. Just take your eyedropper, click on your siding, and paint that. And there you go. So that's fixed, and that kind of shows you how to do this gable end. And it's pretty accurate. I don't know if it's 100%, but it looks pretty good. You can even change this, you know, if you wanted to some other, just open your wall and go in here and click in the siding and just use a whatever. Use a hardy shingle if you want, half rounds. I'm just going to choose something different just so you can see it. There you go. So that's how I would do that gable end, and looks pretty accurate, and you'll have to fine tune it to your heart's content, but that looks good, and it went fast. I know, but I hope that helps. I think a couple things to take away from this is molding polylines, and then finding these elevations of these points using the line specification. It's important, and people don't think about using that. So hope that helps. Quick video, I know, but and I went fast, but I think if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.